Backrooms should have monsters. I'm tired of hearing Hannah spouting, "Oh my god, having monsters ruins the point of liminal spaces, so it loses the scale when you add the monsters." And I must say, it's sheep mentality. Same with your opinions that snakes are evil and cunning. They are creatures. Stop demonizing them, Hannah. But I'm getting off track. Why do I think monsters should be in backrooms? Well, I have some studies, so let's talk. Backrooms isn't a liminal space. It's a whole concept inspired by liminal space. And they ain't even the same and will never be the same. They don't even try to evoke the same emotions or tone. Liminal space is not even a concept people even understand. They just slap it on anything. So what is liminal space? Well, liminal space is defined as a transitional space based on the word liminal and creates discomfort. So there's the state between A and C. It's also why hallways are a common example of liminal spaces, as it's an area that you go from one location to another. It also evokes nostalgia, so any feelings you felt seeing that place as a child will likely be similar now. They're pretty much frozen in time, and you'll never see them again. Now, what makes it discomforting to some is due to the uncanny valley effect. And yes, uncanny valley is used for mainly humans, but it also works for concepts like places. It appears almost normal, but it just fails to look normal, which makes it look off, and it basically triggers an instinctive response that creates the discomfort. The way people can achieve the uncanny valley is by removing stuff from it that feels personal, which removes the life this area has. Creating repetitions and placing things skewed or off also creates the feeling of uncanny valley. But a big importance is social presence. The lack of social presence in the image is important to create that uncanny valley effect. The reason? I'm not really sure myself. But wait, if liminal spaces can just count any uncanny stuff, then it doesn't need to be transitional. Yes, but it doesn't also need to be uncanny. It can also be dreamlike with these images that evokes an ethereal vibe to it. And I have no clue why all three of these can just exist and still be considered liminal spaces. My theory is, well, the term transitional can still work for both uncanny valley and dreamlike. Uncanny is between the normal and not normal, and dreamlike is a state of you being awake and technically dead. So that might be why it also evokes the feeling of liminal for both, but I'm not sure myself. But okay, it's designed to create a feeling either by being uncanny to create discomfort, the past to create nostalgia, or dreamlike to just be dreamlike. So discomfort, nostalgia, and ethereal. Cool. What's the problem? Well, Backrooms. Backrooms originated from a 4chan's creepypasta post that had a liminal space image. Its purpose is to evoke fear and tension. I mean, literally. This line literally points out, if you hear something wandering around nearby, yeah, it kind of suggests that there is a monster in this place, so, that's a problem. But it's even worse if we go into this guy, King Pixels, who made the said popular video that made Backrooms viral. His videos literally has multiple people in the backrooms at the same time, so it removes the social presence. So it only removes an important part to make the feeling of the uncanny valley. And there has been monsters and graffiti, which takes more things off. It's not intending to be liminal. It's made to be scary. To be scary. Also, just on the scary aspect, this is a movie that's over an hour long. Humans adapt to discomfort where nothing happens between 10 to 30 minutes, assuming it's just walking around this place with nothing happening, and well, that's the problem. If we assume something does happen, like falling footsteps, then oh my god, there's a monster nearby. It also means there's signs of life in this place, in this liminal space, which would lose the said liminal space, the uncanny valley effect, and just be an ordinary place that's scary. And that's the problem. You really can't make liminal spaces scary without losing what made liminal spaces, well, liminal. Fundamentally, you're adding something external to the equation that is made to focus on yourself. And I understand where they got this silly argument from. And it's by psychological horror. So basically, it's scarier for a monster to not appear, as it makes the people imagine the worst the monster could actually look like. And I don't disagree on that. But the issue is that you can't show signs of the monster existing without showing that you're not the only person in this place. And then, well, it's not liminal. It's just a scary place to be in. Uncanny Valley doesn't suggest that something exists here, it's just discomforting that it might happen. But it's gonna go on for over an hour, and we always point out how discomfort dies over time as humans adapt to that area. But luckily for me, and for people who want monsters in this movie, Game Pixels would definitely add monsters. Because, like, it makes no sense they wouldn't do that. He has already added monsters in his original videos. He has already added peoples in his original videos. And there's actors, so you kind of expect them to be in a third person perspective and not first person. Which means you add social presence, so it's not even liminal anymore. Or creates that liminal feeling of uncanniness. So for those who think monsters shouldn't be in this movie, you are a lopper and get out. Especially you, Hannah.